Hey guys, this is a general reading for Cancer. This will be the soul journey reading. This is going to be energies for end of December, January. I'm not sure whether I'm going to label this as December or January because it's so close to the end. So I might do another January. But if not, this will be end of December, January energy for Cancer, Sun, Moon, Rising, or Venus and Venus. If you have significant Cancer in your chart, or if you're just drawn to this video. Also, for more of a complete picture, or if this doesn't resonate with you, check out my other videos, either of past ones or still coming out for Sun, Moon, Rising, Venus, significant placements in your chart, or any that you're drawn to. Some, none, or all of this may apply. Apply it as needed. I may read it as you. It could be somebody else. The energies could be flip-flopped, or I could read this as love. It could be career. I'm mostly going to aim it as a soul journey. There does seem to be a little bit of love in here. Also, I had a November special that I did a video on, and I'm going to post a video about this. Due to me going through certain things myself and not being able to put out as many videos as I wanted to, I want to make sure everybody is able to take advantage of, you know, the deal for like Christmas, New Year's, the holidays. So if you purchase, I'm going to extend it to January too. If you purchase a live reading from me, in either December or January of December 2018, January 2019, for a live reading, you get a free 25 to 30 minute, free distant or in person if you're in Jacksonville, Florida, Holy Fire Reiki session, Archangel therapy session, or an Access Consciousness bar session. I also light a candle and set intention for your highest good energies to start to be move and cleared anything that's blocking you or not serving you or is not serving your highest good. So you get, that's like a $44 value you get free with it. So I am extending that to for this month, December 2018, and also January 2019. If you're interested in private readings or any of my other sessions, donations, just contacting me, anything like that, of course, you can always put in my comment section, but also in the description box below, it has my PayPal information, my email information, and information about my services, which I'm always updating because I'm always growing. So yeah, this month, I'm probably more than likely, I'm not going to do love readings. I'm just going to hit more of the soul journey readings just because of the main energies. If love comes up, it comes up. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. I put out different types of videos. So please like, share, and comment, subscribe, show some love. And comment too, especially. Let me know like what's going on with you, how it resonated, what, you know, your thoughts, anything like that. You know, tell me your story. I love reading them even if I don't always have time to respond to them. Also, if you are interested in any of my services, please look at all of it, everything in my description box. A lot of people like go just as far as to find my email address and then they email me all the information there. Of course, if you need help or you need explanations or anything, you can always email me and I'll help you and I'll help guide you. But if not, just to save me time and everything like that, please, you know, look at all of it. I think I have like 3 Reiki sessions, the free, the distant ones too. So if you're one of those, you'll be getting, they should be quickly coming to you and me finishing those up for you. Yeah. So if you're interested in any services, you know, hit me up. Thank you. Thank you for those of you who are being like patient with me through this process. Slowly but surely I'm building up and getting where I need to be, but this is a process for me too. I think it's a heavy energy for everybody right now, and especially Tauruses. It's a very introspective energy, and I'm having to really do a lot of things for myself, my health, where I'm going. Just a lot of things are pulling me really into a very introspective state where it's just really hard for me, honestly, to even talk or share. So anyways, let's get on with your energies. So for you guys as Cancers, like this is a very pivotal moment or time for you guys, I feel. I think you're right on the verge where you can make this situation, whatever it is, either something that really works for you in your favor or something that, I don't know if it can keep you in a cycle or if the universe is going to help you out anyways, but you seem to be a little stagnant or stuck. But reflecting too, but a little stagnant and stuck. But if you allow this energy and what's going on to play out and trust in it and what you know you should do, I think things are going to come that like you couldn't even really imagine, or it's just going to get better for you. Especially if you're in a very kind of dark, confused, sad, maybe even dark night of the soul type phase. It is going to get better, especially if you're doing your part on things, but it is anyways. So some of it I understand. Like, it was very beautiful of a reading, and then when I started like clarifiers, it kind of mucked it up a little bit. So I'm going to try to keep this also on a positive note because I think it's where you guys need to go mentally. I feel like I want to say something. Oh, so I'll just figure out the rest as I get going because I know there's something I'm not really getting. So where you're sitting right now is you have the Hermit card. So I think you're really trying to think about what to do about a situation, whether it's the state of your life, whether it's a relationship, whether it's a job, whatever it is about something. There's something that you're feeling is it's just not quite working for you. It's almost like part of you not only is like meditating, like I get by her looking in the fire, like a candle, you know, meditation. But I almost get like smoke signal with the smoke coming up from the fire, like either for somebody to draw somebody in or just wisdom and to be guided. Because there's something that you're really trying to discern, like maybe even cut out, change. You're really trying to see something. And what's crossing you is you have the Two of Cups. So, of course, this could be a relationship that either you want somebody to take action or it's just always very, like, I don't know, like rough, just not smooth energy. There may have even been a lack of an even give and take. Your cat, which is a black cat, all the ones that show up as you, is like giving this fish to this cat, which is the guy's cat. And I get this very, what's coming up in the cards is a very nurturing vibe. You know, you're very much about nurturing other people in other things. But I'm really getting this vibe where, are you nurturing yourself? And I think it's starting to hinder you in your outlook in life, your abundance that's coming to you, maybe even your fertility based on the cards. Like, it's really time that Cancers start to learn to put that on themselves if they're not. And I feel like a lot of you aren't or weren't. And so this could also be, you know, a lot of confliction, you know, within yourself. But I do think there could be some of you that have situations around you that they're not really going smooth. There's a lot of conflict, fighting, just not being on the same page. There's definitely a cycle that's ending here. In your foundation or your more distant past, you have the Fool and you have the King of Wands. So this could be you starting a new beginning and taking a risk to level up. because you're also being seen here as the Queen of Wands. I do think that for those of you that this has to do with a relationship, or even a situationship or whatever, that this is your counterpart. In some new cycle with them. Some of you, it may be wanting to do like just something different because something else wasn't, whatever was going on wasn't working. But for some of you, this may have ended. And I mean, I get so many storylines with this that, you know, some of you, it ended just because you wanted to end it. Some of it, they ended it or went off with somebody else. Or were doing stuff with them, like kind of manipulative or controlling. And kind of left you on your own. You have the Ace of Cups, the Ten of Swords, the Emperor, and the Queen of Cups. I mean, there's a lot of like... I think the King of Cups did pop up for like a minute. But I got pretty much like almost every suit, including the Emperor and the Empress. So either starting a new cycle that's better, or for a lot of them, a stronger energy is you ending things with this person or situation, or they ended it with you. In your recent past, you have the Hierophant card. And you have the Empress and the Four of Pentacles. Clarifying that. So I do think, you know, you're really trying to go within and see what you want, what values, but to see about this committed relationship, to really what to do with it. What do you really want? And why do you want that? You want to hold on to this, but it's almost like at this point, even more than that, you just want balance and peace of mind. And I think you're starting to realize that this situation or person or whatever is going on in your environment, the way it is not going to bring you that happiness and peace of mind that you're looking for. Like something has to change. Something either has to be cut out or has to change. Maybe even the way you look at it, your perspective. But in your, what's crowning this and what's in your conscious thoughts is, you know, you have the Ace of Swords. So either some message or truth, and the Ten of Cups. And clarifying that, you have the Ace of Wands, the Seven of Cups, Justice. You have Justice quite often and the Hierophant quite often. Justice, Hierophant, the High Priestess, and the Page of Pentacles. It's like, I think you are figuring out or will figure out what action to take. And you come out of this confusion and you now know what to do, what decision to make to bring balance to the situation. Some of you, it could be leaving the situation or a divorce. I get that actually for a lot of you. Maybe even that this was mostly about either sex or somebody had a lot of options or whatever, but it could be serving justice too, because I do get a lot of, like, almost like a little bit of a pissed off vibe in you, feeling wronged in this situation or this commitment, or at the very least on a smaller level, just something's not right. And you're being guided somewhere else. Like, you know that you have a better, more lucrative, happier path in another direction. You now know what has more likelihood of making you happy. Some of you might have even figured out that this other person or situation actually has like another family, or has somebody else, or has moved on. Or is just really starting to see also a realization that you could be having from a lot of this meditation and going within that you're doing, that a lot of your patterns stemming from your past and your childhood, like childhood wounds or things that you've seen from your childhood, and that there's a wound there contributing to all of this. And like your thoughts, your beliefs, your realities, the way you go about doing things, what your happiness even looks like. Like, realize even that what you were going after wasn't matching up, or what you thought was happiness, like, really wasn't matching up. It might have been just being like what you seen or what you thought you should do, or that's what was best, or that you were just seeing through the glasses of your wounds. Really, I mean, I don't think you were seeing this person or the situation properly, honestly. And for those of you who are in a good relationship or situation, like, there's something you're not seeing in your life, in the way that you're viewing it and going about things, your perception, needing to do the internal work, because it's really affecting you. It's affecting your Empress level. It's affecting things of abundance, creativity, fertility, like all of that abundant, fertile, nurturing side. I mean, Cancer is all about family and nurturing and fertility, abundance, like that very nurturing mother side. I mean, it's one of, in my opinion, the other mothering, kind of motherly side besides like an earth sign. I think that's why a lot of times like Taurus and Cancers really get along so much. They have that very, nurturing, mothery side, kind of, in a way. But something is hindering that part of you. Even if you're always sitting here offering it to other people, you can't really offer this. Oh, he's offering the fish. Can't really offer it if you're not taking care of yourself. Like, are you taking care of yourself physically, mentally, spiritually, emotionally? Are you nurturing yourself? I mean, that is what Cancer is all about, is nurturing, taking care of, loving, mothering. Are you doing that to yourself? Because that's a relationship, actually, that's the most important. And then it goes on beyond, outside of you after that. You first and foremost are the one that you're supposed to be nurturing and mothering and taking care of. Are you doing that? Are you doing the things that you want to do, like you truly want to do, and the things you don't really want to do because it's what's best for you? It seems to be affecting your life, because I don't think a lot of you are. And I think you're starting to realize that, or if you don't now, you will in the future, where you start to really realize, like, here's you coming more into your Empress vibe, And she's really sitting here seeing and looking at this Knight of Cups and seeing, I mean, the Knight of Cups, like, that's all great and romantic, but they're usually somebody who's, like, in love with love, kind of the more short-term thing. I mean, they could be younger, but this particular one is, there's a shark underneath his offerings of love. So his offerings of love aren't always the best. They're not healthy. They're destructive. So I think you're starting to see that in this person or in some person's situation, or even in the ways that you show love to yourself, that you do things for yourself, like that the way you treat yourself and what you do in the way with yourself, like, it's not the best for you. There's a lot, I mean, in this particular deck, there's a lot of, like, pregnant females, too. So some of you might be pregnant, I don't know, or maybe even trying to get pregnant, but there's a big lack of nourishment here. Of, like, toxic type of, like, love offerings. And I don't even mean just love from, like, people. I mean, between other people or yourself, like, what is going on in your environment? What is nurturing or not nurturing you? You know, how are you taking care of yourself? Are you even taking care of yourself? Are you even focusing on yourself? Are you meditating? Are you doing yoga? Are you eating good? Are you doing at least a little bit of exercise? Are you doing stress relief? Healthy forms of stress relief, not unhealthy forms. Are you really just looking at all that? Because this is really a point in your life, especially as we're going into the new year. These are new energies going into the new year. You don't want to bring these energies in. This is really the time to do this. And honestly, if you're not doing this and you're fighting it, it's gonna get rough for you if you're resisting. You're just gonna get more and more anxiety. You're just gonna get more and more unhappy, and you're probably more and more gonna get into a very confused or dark night of the soul stage. So yeah, just saying, because there's things you're wanting to do, whether you know what they are or whether you can just feel that you do and you don't know what it is. But you know there's something you're wanting to do to make you happy. I don't think you're happy with the way you are right now. I don't know if some of you are thinking it's because of this person or not, but it's because of you. It's you needing to take action and figuring out, you're trying to figure out what that is out of all the things you could do to bring you balance, to make you feel good, to bring you a level of commitment, to feel right, to feel in tune with yourself, and to start a new creative beginning in some way. Whether it's with a person, situation, job, just creativity, whatever. And how you see yourself is the King or the Queen of Wands. So here's one of your first, suits to the King of Wands. And when I clarified that, there's the King of Cups reversed. So I don't know if this King of Wands or for some of you in your life, they're coming up as the King of Wands reversed also. But I also get that this is an energy within you. I mean, you are a water sign at the end of the day. At least some part in your chart you are. And again, I feel like she might be like sitting there waiting. Like maybe somebody was like, oh God, what did I do? And they're offering to you. And you're just like, pfft. And you're like, no thanks, but I'll keep the flowers. But, or you're just now taking care of yourself. I think you're like sitting there waiting though for like either this person or situation to come in, or somebody else to come in, or you're like, at the very least, you're waiting for some happy, new, or good opportunity to come your way. Like, it can't stay this way forever. It'll get good at some point in time. And you're sitting there waiting for flowers for when it happens. You're holding the light so when it comes. Like, hopefully if you have a flashlight, the opportunity will see you and come and find you. But you're a little bit kind of you've got some type of like wound festering, I feel. And I don't know if it's from if like a person left you or messed with you or past family stuff. But something is festering within you for you to work through. If you need to figure out what that is, or you want help digging into that, please let me know and hit me up for a reading or a session or something like that, because I really don't have the time to dig into something like that right now on just a general reading. Plus it's a general reading. But something is sitting there, and you could work through that too, but it's like you're sitting there in the sense like, oh, I'm ready and I'm available and I'm waiting for this opportunity any moment now. But you're not. You're actually blocked off from it. And there's something kind of that you're bottling up inside, which now that I think about it is actually supported in other cards of yours. And again, like, you know, you're waiting for this new beginning. Like, here's the Seven of Pentacles and the Ace of Wands. Like, this is on the bottom of the deck energy. But the moon underneath it, like, you're in an illusion. Or confused. What's in your environment is you have the Page of Swords. And clarifying that, I'm not going to hold these up for the sake of time, but you have the Ten of Cups and the Queen of Pentacles. You have the Ten of Pentacles and the Chariot. So that's why I say either they now realize something they did wrong because maybe you're pulling back and they're like, oh God, they see your value now and they're coming after you, or at least they're trying or they're trying to make it seem like that, or they've just recently revealed to you that they have another family or somebody else that they're investing time in and they're going in that direction. Or maybe they're kind of slick out the mouth because you've recently told them that you realize your worth and you're trying to stand up for yourself. I get more of that. They either realize your worth, or even more than that, some of them have like another family or somebody else that they're going to invest time in. And I think this is one thing that you're blocked off about and why you're sitting there waiting and why you're wanting justice or balance. What I don't think you realize is that this situation, just so you know, if some type of unfortunate thing or injustice or just kind of crappy situation is going on or has happened, it's actually a good thing for you and it's supposed to happen this way. This is an opportunity for you to take advantage of and not have a victim mindset about and not shut down about. This is actually bringing not only you, like the real you, in, but actually another better situation for you. How they see you is the Eight of Swords reversed. And when I pulled clarifies on this just to make sure exactly what it was, because I was pretty sure it was letting go, like freeing yourself, and that's what was confirmed. Because there's other things it could be, but this is what you're portraying to them anyways. Which is why I think you're sitting there waiting for them to come back, to take action, to come back. Like, so you're staying stuck while they're out like roaming and enjoying the world. No. This is an opportunity for you to grow and develop and learn yourself. So if something was recently taken away from you, or is not going good, or you're just not feeling good, or just something is wrong or off, and you're getting this vibe like, I should be doing something else. I should be doing XYZ. I should not be doing XYZ. Like, that's, your intuition is speaking to you. Don't just make it seem a certain way. That's not going to pay off. I promise you. Trust me. For one, the energy, everyone will feel the energy. For two, you're just going to get more and more like emotionally stuck and blocked off and like resentful. Like the Queen of Wands has a bad side. So don't become the blocked one. Become the powerful, creative Queen of Wands. As of right now, you're not. You're actually inching towards the negative side of that card. Any more and the card will flip. So it's because you're like, oh, well, they did this and this, or you cut it off or whatever, and you're not doing... Hey. You're not doing your stuff in the meantime. It's like you're just sitting there waiting. You could be coming across showing like, oh, I know what makes me happy. I'm going to go after that. It's like you could be coming across like you're doing exactly what you want and that's making you happy. I don't know. I don't get that vibe though. Like when I first put the cards down, it was a very empowering reading. Like I was like, wow, this is awesome. Like it's an awesome energy that is available to you guys. And then just as I started digging more into it, I'm like, ugh, I think they're stuck. I mean, you have a lot of cards that are showing that you're stuck. And I think it's because what you're focusing on in your perspective isn't in the right area. It's on something external to you. And also, it's like consciously it's not on your emotions, but subconsciously it is, if that makes sense. That's why alignment, you're not integrating. In your hopes and fears, you have the Page of Cups. And in this Page of Cups, you know, you guys, Cancers, a lot of times have an issue with vulnerability. It's one of your biggest issues. And she has completely like derobed and stripped any type of protection or armor, or like it's just her vulnerable, fun-loving, creative self, and she's just playing and experimenting. What's weird in these cards, though, is like the one that's the person in your environment or situation or environment is like they have your cat. And then in this one that's in your hopes and fears, it's like you have their cat's energy. So I don't know if your guys are intertwined, guiding each other, but it's like you're wanting to find things out about yourself and be creative. Of course, the Page of Cups could be either children some type of expression of attention or love or creation or even the thought of it. But in this card particularly, it's where's my more of the creative side of it, like really wanting to learn who you are and have yourself be expressed and not have to keep up an exterior, but it scares you too at the same time. Yeah. Balance. I mean, you have two cards describing this about balance. Juggling too, but also give and take. Like, so not only have both of these about balance, but also about, you know, juggling things, even give and take. Are you juggling so many things that you're forgetting to put yourself into the mix as far as attention? Are you so busy you don't have time for it? And maybe that's also what someone's doing to you because they're marrying to you your own energy. Like, you don't have enough time for yourself, so they don't really have time for you either. But you're wanting to be able to let down your guard a little bit and also be more creative and express who you really are to give you a better sense of balance. Also to find a way to express yourself, because the fact that you're not really expressing yourself, it's throwing you off. Like, even though you're viewing it as like, no, it keeps me safe, it's throwing you off actually. It's actually making you very unbalanced. So if you can't speak, if you have a problem speaking your feelings, then make sure you're doing it in another way, whether it's painting, drawing, videos, writing, whatever it is, cooking, I mean, making cakes, I don't know, whatever your thing is. Just find some way, some other way to express yourself and dig more into who you are. Something that truly expresses you. Preferably in something that helps you grow in this life, in this reality, in something that actually benefits you in this life and reality. Because something is out of balance in what you're doing. And you're feeling it. Like, you're feeling the uncomfortability of it. What's in your likely outcome? Is you have the Ten of Swords, which I think you actually have twice. The Sun, which tried to come out twice. The Eight of Cups, Two of Swords, Justice, Four of Wands, and the Tower. Which I'm pretty sure this Tower you create. This is like a change that you create. So there's something that's ending. Someone, though, could be ending things. Whether this is you or them. Where did I have... Some truth or message that was brought to you brings an ending. You realize something. That's what the Sun card I think here is the enlightenment. And that you or somebody else is walking away because they know it's what they have to do. Again, like, what's in the thoughts? Like, I was like, where it's, you know, it's what you have to do. And then Justice. And this, like, Two of Swords is a lot like the High Priestess. To give yourself balance and to feel good again. And you're willing to do it. You're willing to take it down. You or somebody else is in order to create this balance. No, I'm doing something. No. This is your likely outcome. Because you know it's what you have to do. you and this person just aren't, or situation aren't on the same page, or whatever's going on in your life isn't working for you anymore. Your instincts are really guiding you and trying to like kick in to tell you something. And it's like you know it, but you're stuck. And, you know, a lot of the self-care thing I'm getting to, because you have the Grail Fairy, fertility, the return of life, health and life cycles. Follow me, come, this is your invitation to enter the fairy realm. Midnight Prince, ask for what you want, be honest, beauty's truth, beauty, physical pleasure, sensuality. And then the last day, her last day in the light, unexpected endings, surprise changes, sudden shifts. So if you start literally focusing, like let things go and focus on yourself, on nurturing yourself, and you follow, like this is the intuition, you're being guided to go more to what you really want. And what you really want is to be nurtured, is to be happy, is to be healthy, is to get what you want. I think you're just used to maybe like giving it away or whatever. And this is about focusing on you, focusing on your body, focusing on your nutrition, mind, body, soul, spirit, all that. Emotional, physical, mental, spiritual. You starting to put that time into you. When you do this, you get the unexpected endings and the new beginnings, the sudden shifts. And this card isn't one, if you look at the meaning of it, it's not in a bad way. It's in a good way. And you have a lot of things supporting that. You have Breaking Dawn. I'll read this real quick. And then Mend a Broken Heart Fairy, healing from heartache. So I get that you're probably going through some heartache. And if you're not doing this, it's going to be a little bit painful. But it's something that is going to benefit you. With fresh hope after a difficult time, something new breaks through and shows evidence of its approach, and with it, your new reality. You have good reason to feel optimistic, cheerful, and like something has changed on a permanent basis. You are on the verge of a new day, and it is in these delicate and faint beginnings that something strong and bright will come. Do not wish it to hurry up to the brightest part of the day. Enjoy this tender new birth of a time which you have long hoped for. Gratitude and awakenings, early rising, and trying new things are all on the agenda when this beautiful violet angel of spiritual new beginnings flies into your life. And then you have... This card is about bottling up your inner demons. Like trying, and exactly like I said over here, like trying to remain calm, but hiding the tumultuous emotions. Like these ones I was saying that are stuck inside of you, and you're wasting a great deal of energy on that. And it's saying to take steps to make peace with what you can't. Like basically accept this and work through these things so that your internal can match your external, because you're keeping a lot of stuff bottled up and a lot of your emotions. And this card is about complacency. And just sitting and relaxing and not doing anything. It is easy to become complacent with one situation and surroundings, but it is dangerous too. The status quo is simple to maintain, but ceasing to strive for more leads to stagnation. Even if you are not dissatisfied with your environment, do not be afraid to set goals and actively pursue them. Get out of your comfortable rut and push yourself. Stretch your mind, your body, and your boundaries to see what you can accomplish when you put your mind to it. You have been in the same place mentally, emotionally, physically, and spiritually for too long, and it is time to move on to bigger and better places. Keep in mind, however, that not everyone around you may be prepared to or even interested in moving up with you. This may be a move that is yours alone. So don't be codependent about it either. But the good news is, based on these cards down here, if you do this, you will get rewarded for it. You will get blessings from it. even if you have opposition, don't back down, show strength and fortitude. This will help you learn spiritual stuff, deep personal strength, and peace that assures success. Someone new is entering your life. I do believe that's also you. I think it's the new you. But I do think for some of you too, it actually brings about somebody that's more aligned on your vibration and what you actually wanted this person or situation to be. Because all your cards, and I'm not going to read them, but you have fork in the road, like decision, not making a decision. Breathe. This is sitting back, thinking, imagining, and meditating. Like, you're not doing it. Even the words of these are all about stagnation. Thinking reversed. Like, you're not thinking about, you're just straight up stuck. Just straight up, and like paralysis, analysis, or analysis paralysis, whatever it is, I don't know. The Three of Spirals is about spiritual understanding and enlightenment and learning about yourself. And what you will learn is about your wound, like the Three of Scrolls, which I am going to read this one. And it's about healing and soul recovery, trauma brought about by rejection, betrayal, physical or emotional abuse, acrimonious divorce, the death of a loved one, or other events cause a piece of the soul to flee. This is the way the psyche deals with pain. The suffering piece of soul runs away. When it's returned or retrieved, healing begins in earnest. Healing from soul loss involves regaining trust, granting forgiveness, and overcoming fear. Once the trauma has been released and allowed to pass, the healing process restores lost energy and personal empowerment. It restores willpower and energizes the strength to mend the psyche and return it to wholeness. At one time or another, we all suffer or have suffered from soul loss. The Three of Scrolls increases awareness of soul loss, which is primarily a spiritual affliction. If left unresolved, soul loss may morph into a physical or mental disease. Indeed, there is a large body of empirical evidence that shows many diseases can be directly linked to soul loss, chronic spiritual disharmony, and/or entrenched negative energy. When a healing card such as the Three of Scrolls turns up in a healing, it may implicate negative energy blocking a chakra. So if you also need energy healing, I do distant energy healing through Holy Fire Reiki, Archangel therapy, and I also do distant access consciousness bars, which is kind of like decluttering your mind, like what you would do to a computer. It's clearing all that out, including old ways of thinking and everything. These blockages, as well as negative emotions and stress in general, vibrate at low frequencies that impede cellular function and make us sick. The violet color on the Three of Scrolls symbolizes spiritual healing. It may indicate an unhealed wound resulting from soul loss. It could be an incident that you swept under the rug and just forgot about because it was so painful. Unhealed psychic wounds have a long-term effect on your joy and well-being and the habit of returning to the surface. So there may be a chance that like this is going to be coming up from you. Like this is giving you a chance through this situation that is going on, especially if you're going through a dark night of the soul, of finding out what this wound is and recovering this part like of your soul basically. And that's what I was saying earlier about realizing also something that came from something with your family or something with your past, somewhere where you felt whether it was justified or a misprocessing in your mind of where you were wronged or something didn't go, the way you thought it should or what you thought was best. And, you know, like I said, if you need help with this and digging into it to some degree, you know, your stuff is going to figure it out on its own too. But if you need help figuring out possibly what this is, what could this block, like I said, you've got something holding you back. Like when I was like, something is festering and I could feel it. And this is all pretty much confirming that. So I feel guided to pull one of these that I haven't in a long time. We'll do that and then we'll end this. Oh no. I have to also pull an animal spirit card real quick. So I'm going to pull one of these. Crystal Healing Oracle. And then I'll read your animal spirit guide and then we'll be done. One card here. Okay. So you have a Joity, a white, I don't know, compassionate being, brings a profound spiritual revelation, drawing out karmic wounds. This crystal reframes cellular memory and past contracts. You are a being of infinite love and compassion. Find your core of ultimate peace and universal love. Release your toxic emotions, replacing them with forgiveness, compassion, and serenity. What you have been through allows you to appreciate the pain of another's path. Do not absorb their pain. Remain dispassionate, detach gracefully, and move on. Put down your burdens, knowing you are a being of light. Resolve conflicts and forgive those who wounded you. Give someone a second chance. Honor your promises. Find the best solution for everyone. Let your dispassionate compassion encompass all. Charity or volunteer work is indicated. Immersing yourself in the love of the divine automatically leads to health and happiness. And then I'm not going to read these other cards, but you have Lapis Lazuli, Heavenly Wisdom, being a lineage breaker, make the effort to trace family history for deeper insight, spiritual dis-ease. Yeah, enlightenment is your grasp. Open your heart and third eye. Enhanced perception shows what operates beneath. Like, there's stuff trying to come out and show you something. And I hope you're seeing it and not just sitting there like, eye of the storm, safe haven. You may be allowing the challenges and traumas of life to push you off center. Stress and pressure are a major cause of your disease. You could be focusing too closely on one aspect of life to the detriment of others. Stay mindful rather than watchful. Excess adrenaline adversely affects your immune system. Yeah, don't go into adrenal fatigue. Switch on the positive potential in your cell walls. Meditate quietly to rejuvenate your DNA. Mooncave, Jasper. Pay attention to your dreams. Check your diet. Put your skills to use vigorously. Adventurous times lie ahead. Worry not. You are protected against deceit and enemies. Recognize your strength. Stay positive and pragmatic. Reject unrealistic ideas. Avoid pride and despair. You have stamina. Wait patiently. If two courses of action are open, go for the straightforward one. A professional challenge such as a job interview or presentation is successful. You are what you eat. Good nutrition with wholesome organic food sustain your well-being. So I said, are you taking care of yourself? All right, let's pull an animal spirit card and then be done with this. I hope this doesn't cut out. So you're really being asked to like connect with the ancestors, with spirit and all of that. So you have Deer and Buffalo. Deer's gentleness. One day Fawn heard Great Spirit calling to her from the top of Sacred Mountain. Fawn immediately started up the trail. She didn't know that a horrible demon guarded the way to Great Spirit's lodge. The demon was trying to keep all the beings of creation from connecting with Great Spirit. He wanted all of Great Spirit's creatures to feel that Great Spirit didn't want to be disturbed. This would make the demon feel powerful and capable of causing him to fear them. Hopefully you're not around a lot of narcissists. Fawn was not at all frightened when she came upon the demon. This was curious, as the demon was the archetype of all the ugly monsters that have ever been. The demon breathed fire and smoke and made disgusting sounds to frighten Fawn. Any normal creature would have fled or died on the spot from fright. Fawn, however, said gently to the demon, "Please let me pass. I'm on my way to see Great Spirit." Fawn's eyes were filled with love and compassion for this oversized bully of a demon. The demon was astounded by Fawn's lack of fear. No matter how he tried, he could not frighten Fawn because her love had penetrated his hardened, ugly heart. Much to the demon's dismay, his rock-hard heart began to melt and his body shrank to the size of a walnut. Fawn's persistent love and gentleness had caused the meltdown of the demon. Due to this gentleness and caring that Fawn embodied, the pathway is now clear for all Great Spirit's children to reach Sacred Mountain without having to feel the demons of fear blocking their way. Deer teaches us to use the power of gentleness to touch the hearts and minds of wounded beings who are trying to keep us from Sacred Mountain. Like the dappling of Fawn's coat, both the light and the dark may be love to create gentleness and safety for those who are seeking peace. If Deer has gently nudged his way into the cards today, you are being asked to find the gentleness of spirit that heals all wounds. Stop pushing so hard to get others to change and love them as they are. Apply gentleness to your present situation and become like the summer breeze, warm and caring. This is your tool for solving the present dilemma you are facing. If you use it, you will connect with Sacred Mountain. Your centering place of serenity and Great Spirit will guide you. And I'm probably not going to read it, but the other thing it's asking you to do is like pray. So now that you're connecting with Spirit, you know, pray. Prayer in abundance. This may be a time of reconnection to the meaningless of life and the value of peace. Most assuredly, this time will bring serenity amidst chaos if you pray in earnest for enlightenment and the power of calmness to give praise for your gifts that you already have. Buffalo is a sign that you achieve nothing without the aid of Great Spirit and that you must be humble enough to ask for assistance and then be grateful for what you receive. So it's really trying to get you to connect. I mean, both those cards are about connecting. And, you know, if you don't want to go through all that, you don't really believe in that type of stuff, at the very least, connect to the inner you and your higher self. Mind, body, soul, nutrition, exercise, you know, meditation, at least going in with it, finding peace and all of that. Just whatever works for you. But I hope that helps you guys. You're very much at a crossroads, but this is actually leading you somewhere good. So you can either choose to be like about it, which I don't think a lot of you are, or you could choose to let this go within to find that light to come out, and not only do you get a better you, but it attracts other people and situations and more of your vibration now. This actually, whatever this was a good thing for you. It's trying to help you go and evolve and become happier, even if you don't see it. So if you need help with this, whether it's on your perspective of how you're seeing, digging into this wound, any of that, you know, please hit me up. Look at my description box below for my services. Like, share, comment, subscribe, hit the bell. Thank you for everybody who supported my channel by doing all that, and donating services, all of that, especially since any donations or services or anything go towards, like I start shamanic training in January. In the summer, I'll start plant spirit medicine training so that I can use that to further help heal myself and heal other people. And any other services I'm doing, like all of that money, whether through services, liking, subscribing, donating, any of that comes in, it goes towards that to help further healing me, and then me giving back and helping heal other people. So anyways, I love you guys. I hope this helps. Merry Christmas, Happy New Year. If I don't see or talk to you again before then, but I love you. Bye.